Remember when James Cameron nearly directed a Spider-Man movie?
What about when we almost got Batman Year One with Joaquin Phoenix?
Or David Goyer's Flash movie that would have starred Ryan Reynolds?
Well, if you want to learn about all the unmade superhero movies, then check out Superhero Stuff You Should Know.
Hosted by Ben Wan and Alex Ramsey, every month we cover nostalgic superhero movies with deep dives into unmade scripts, early drafts, deleted scenes, alternate cuts, concept art, novelizations, and tie-in novels.
We also interview the people involved in making the superhero films of our childhood, with our past guests including superhero actors, directors, screenwriters, and concept artists.
So remember, that's Superhero Stuff You Should Know, or Superhero SYSK on social media. Check us out on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. Remember when James Cameron nearly directed a Spider-Man movie?
What about when we almost got Batman Year One with Joaquin Phoenix?
Or David Goyer's Flash movie that would have starred Ryan Reynolds?
Well, if you want to learn about all the unmade superhero movies, then check out Superhero Stuff You Should Know.
Hosted by Ben Wan and Alex Ramsey, every month we cover nostalgic superhero movies with deep dives into unmade scripts, early drafts, deleted scenes, alternate cuts, concept art, novelizations, and tie-in novels.
We also interview the people involved in making the superhero films of our childhood, with our past guests including superhero actors, directors, screenwriters, and concept artists.
So remember, that's Superhero Stuff You Should Know, or Superhero SYSK on social media. Check us out on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts.
Katie, we are back with another episode of Christian Cringe, and we're joined by one of our fellow dishonorable judges from Internet Supreme Court, Nate Lopez.
Hello.
Hey, Nate. I was going to assign something to you because when I first emailed you about it, you were like, well, if the first two Creed albums don't count, I got nothing. and then out of nowhere, you said, actually, I have this faint memory of my grandmother making me watch Quigley's Village.
Yes.
Can we do something with that? And as soon as I Googled it and saw these like dollar store puppets, I was like, we have to. We have no choice.
Yeah,
we have to move
forward.
The crooked nose on the moose always gets me.
So the moose like weirdly scratched some memory where I'm like, I don't know if I've seen like a TikTok with him or if I did watch an episode or two of this, but that moose specifically brought a lot of memories to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
do you know much about this show? Because there was a point where I was like, oh, thank God we're not doing Creed. And then I was like, oh God, we're doing this though.
Yeah.
So this particular one, my grandmother, rest in peace, wonderful woman, but she had specific ideas on the direction my brothers and I needed to go in life. So for Christmas, we would often get, like, I had a Bible that was just a comic book Bible. So it was like illustrated Bible stories.
I remember
That's
those.
cool.
Yeah.
What?
And the art was
Yeah.
kind of awesome in it. Like, I would legit recommend that to people, but the way it was used for us, maybe I'd be like, this is a cool thing to read. This is not something to shape your life with.
Fair.
So she would often bring us these presents, and one of them, she had these two video cassettes. One she gave to my cousins, and one she gave to my brothers and I. There was three of us at the time. And my cousins got this episode that we just watched, episode 1. My brothers and I, though, we had this weird best of mix. So it wasn't a full episode. It had taken bits and pieces. It was almost like something you would send to investors looking to produce this show. So we had like different, I don't know, skits, sketches. I don't know bits. I don't know how to break this show down, but we had little bits and pieces and that ending song on our 80-minute video, So So I've seen this show. I've just never seen an episode all at once. I've seen the best of. So
All right.
Wild.
Well, I did a little tiny bit of research. I
Okay.
didn't do a ton, but I learned two things that I thought, okay, this is where we start. We need to talk about these things. One is Eddie Carlstone, the executive producer of this show, Quigley's Village.
Okay.
Got the inspiration for the show from his 3-year-old son. His son had lied to him, and Carlson crafted a story for his son to teach him about his infraction.
Oh my god!
Which then grew into this show and its character.
This makes
I hate
a
that.
lot of sense, especially when he stares dead into camera.
Yeah. But then the other thing that blew my mind was that this originally aired on January 1st, 1989, and it ran for 2 seasons.
Wow.
There are 22 episodes, right? The TBN, which is the Trinity Broadcast Network.
Oh my god, that's right. Okay.
TBN acquired this show in 2005 and ran it until 2023. Just didn't produce any new episodes. Just for 18
reruns?
years, looped 22 episodes over
That's
and over
insane.
again as
So
part
it was
of their
as long as
programming.
LeBron James's career up until 3 years ago.
I mean, did they get residuals from the TBN on that? Like, there's a lot of people involved in that show.
Yeah, you have to hope. And like,
I
dear
doubt
Lord,
it though.
this thing, I'm sure it was like a flat fee, because you have to imagine that if this was produced in 1989, they did 2 seasons, it ended in 1990, and then 15 years later, someone's just like, hey, how about we acquire that video from 15 years ago? I'm sure you're just excited that anyone's cutting you a check for that at this point in time. So like, that's just so bonkers to me. And yeah, this is like the nightmarish version of like Mr. Rogers and Sesame Street.
Yes.
Like combined, but like with like the main actor wants to be Rogers so damn bad.
Oh my god,
Like-
he really does. It's like it reminded me more of the new movie with Tom Hanks because
Yes.
his like creepiness,
Like some uncanny.
Valley
Yeah.
Rogers type of thing. Yeah, it was really odd. Matt, before we get going, because I have so many questions and I don't know if you guys saw my notes or not, but
I read
Yes.
your notes.
I
Yes.
read 3 and I'm like, I have to stop. All my jokes are going away.
okay, got it. But I was wondering if we should do the scale for Nate because I'm curious.
You know what? That's a good question. Nate, do you know
Okay.
anything about our scale?
No, I do not. I am so sorry. I've just been outed as a non-listener, but I will go back and listen.
You're totally fine. You're totally fine. We have
So-
a quiz that we end up asking people just to see how cringe they are.
Okay.
All right. So there are 10 levels to the Christian cringe, 10 points per question.
Okay.
It's simple yes or no questions, but you may or may not score 100% here and be
Okay.
as cringy as Katie and I. But question number 1, this kind of can end the entire quiz here, depending on your answer. But have you ever identified yourself as a Christian?
Yes. Yes, very
Okay,
much
so we can keep going. All right. Question number 2. Did you ever attend youth group?
Yes. Yes, I did. It
All
was
right.
a Catholic version, but I did.
Okay. Did you ever own a What Would Jesus Do t-shirt or bracelet?
I can one up. Yes, I did own a WWJD, but I was also in Utah, so I had a Mormon promise ring as well.
Oh,
I feel like that's bonus points.
Yeah, you may have just jumped ahead to this next question of did you ever declare in some way that you were going to save yourself for marriage?
100%. And this was so it was in high school, and all my friends are Mormon. I was like the only one that wasn't Mormon, and I really wanted to date this Mormon girl, and her dad was a bishop, and he had real issues. So I started adopting certain. It was nefarious, but yeah, I wore that, and I swore I'd be a virgin. So.
And did you keep that promise, Nate?
Oh yeah, to this day. Yep.
Oh wow,
no,
good
no,
for
no,
you,
not at all.
man.
No.
He has
I
a
was-
child.
I was in the Navy around the
Oh.
turn of the century. It was very. I strayed.
Got it. Okay, that makes more sense.
Now, Nate, I've noticed the theme when we have guests on this show who are raised Catholic.
Yeah.
This is usually the point where they answer with a no. primarily because Catholicism would never dare to dip their toe in something this fun.
Depends
But,
on the Catholicism. There are
yeah,
different.
but-
Okay.
Did you ever have a strong opinion about a Christian band blowing up in the mainstream, either overly excited for their success or very disappointed in calling them sellouts?
I unfortunately no. I do, however, remember we were St. James in Ogden, Utah, and for a while in the late 80s, early 90s, about when Quigley's Village was making its mark,
Mhm.
we had one of those cool bands. So we would do our hymns with an electric guitar and a drum set and a little
Ooh.
faster than normal. So
Oh, okay. Well, that's
I-
perfect for a later question then, I
I
think.
feel like that gets a couple points because I mean the electric guitar is a big deal.
huge.
Yeah,
It
I'll
was
go
huge.
half points.
Yeah.
So he can still possibly get to 95% cringe. Have you ever asked somebody how's your relationship with Jesus?
Oh, God. Oh, there was a time. Yeah. This was when I was a kid. Oh, man. I hate this.
I feel like we all went into improv and comedy. Like we all did.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost done. 4 more questions.
Okay.
Did you ever participate in an awkward youth play in front of your church?
I did not. No, I
Okay.
did not. I did my first
Wow.
communion. I did all that stuff. But yeah,
Not
about
even
that
with
time.
like CCD. Like I feel like y'all were like the ones doing the plays.
So I had a choice. I could continue down the catechism or I could go into Boy Scouts, which is both are kind of very similar. So I
Sure.
did do a lot of that stuff in Boy Scouts. That's where I scratched that goody two shoes itch.
Perfect. All right. So, next question then.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever held up your hand while listening to worship music?
Ooh. So my grandma, this is when I was probably like 8 or 9. My grandparents took my one of my cousins and I. We were often taken on their little church adventures, but we got born again because we went to some sort of. It wasn't Jim and Tammy Faye, but it was very similar to these types of charlatans who were
Okay.
throwing a revival in Utah. And I do remember doing this to a couple of the songs in that revival. I was very, very young. Like I think 9 to 10.
Man. The music moves you. So
Love it.
last 2 questions. I think this is a no based on the other question, but did
Yeah.
you ever try to convince a friend to listen to a Christian artist by saying they were as good, if not better, than a popular mainstream artist?
Unless Creed counts, it's a no.
Okay, so I'm going to say no on that.
That's at least
and
2
then
points.
and then lastly,
Creed.
do you wake up some nights in a cold sweat remembering something that you said or did when you were at your most religious?
Oh, I remember really, truly wanting to be an altar boy. Like studying for it, really wanting it, never getting a chance. And I felt like I had let people down by not becoming an altar boy.
Aw, that's so innocent.
Well, the good news is, Nate, you are 85% Christian cringe.
That's
Look
pretty
at that.
good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's I think that is respectable.
Yeah, not bad for an atheist from Utah, huh?
All
You could
right,
just say
so
Catholic,
let's
but yeah.
yeah, dear Lord, yeah. All right, so my God, there was so many notes that I was throwing out there right out the gate because the opening credits is like a fucking fever dream.
Yes.
It is just like you're just like, what is this show? What's happening? Like everything is just like flying at you. But then we get this Mr. Rogers wannabe who
So-
we discover is Quigley.
Have you ever seen? There's a Paul Thomas Anderson, very, very early movie, like way before any of it. It was called Happiness. It's
Yes.
extremely depressing. It's like a rough draft of Magnolia, is what it really boils down to.
No. I'm thinking of the other movie, Happiness.
Are you talking about the pursuit of happiness?
No, I was thinking of the Todd Haynes Happiness that's
Is-
like super dark.
Is that the one? It's the one where the Christian dad gets arrested for, playing with little boys about 3/4 of the way through the movie.
Yeah, that's Happiness. I think
Okay,
that's Todd
that's
Haynes
the one I'm talking.
Happiness.
Okay, I always
Yeah.
thought it was PTA. Weird. Okay, so that movie, the guy, I think he's a spitting image of Quigley. I
Oh,
see
no.
no difference.
Is there Is he? Can we look at IMDb real quick and see? Is there a connection?
I
Is it
don't
the-
know. It's the guy in the movie is one of those that guys. If we want to borrow from Bill Simmons, like
I was gonna
you
say,
watch
it's-
him and you recognize him.
I'm pretty sure it's I can't remember his name, but it's the guy who played Dr. Connors in the Amazing Spider-Man movies.
Mm.
The ones with
Oh.
Andrew Garfield.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's a very dark movie. But
my
yes,
God.
he does have that weird look.
Oh no.
The thing that made me laugh immediately was Molly the Mail Girl shows up.
Oh my God.
I'm assuming Molly the Mail Girl, regular occurring character, but she delivers the mail and his parrot is like, what's your letter today?
Uh-huh.
And he reads it and he says, if you can be trusted with small responsibilities, you can be trusted with big responsibilities. To which I wrote, what an insane anonymous letter to receive in the mail.
So the mail, like there's so much. I'm going to let Katie talk about the attire of this one.
Because that's my second note of this is why does the mail woman have a crayon safari hat?
I don't know. And the ribbon that does nothing.
They have no explanation for it. Like, it's just like, oh, it's a kid's show, so let's put kids things on and around her.
Well, and they're not even like normal crayons. They're those big ones you got at the kids doctor.
The one that you hold with like two hands and you write with. It makes no sense, and then it's just everything right out the gate is just animus. It's like everything is like, you are bad children. And it was like, whoa, that hits hard, because my first note is right out the gate, they're telling kids that people probably don't like them, but God does, and so do these insane puppets.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you notice the mail itself? She pulls it out of her bag, this just random shopping bag, and one, it's open already, so it's fucking open, so she's a felon. But the second part is it's just like 2 lines. It's like they get their mail from a fucking fortune cookie company. I don't understand.
Was it even in an envelope? It looked like it was just a folded piece of paper.
It had an envelope because I remember the flap. I remember
okay.
why is it open? It's like a greetings card.
Yes.
And they didn't even try with the mail lady costume. Like, she's wearing yellow. You know?
Yeah. It's like, the infamous color of a male person. That distinguishable male people wore yellow in the 80s all the time. I'm surprised you guys don't know this.
I really didn't. I didn't. But no, I also love the blocking in this, because it felt very like okay, cheat out, and they're like, we don't cheat.
No.
So they just like shouldered a camera. Like,
It was
hey, Mr.
so
Quigley.
Improv 101 right there. I'm like, the audience is this way. Let's just face the camera.
There is a world where, and you guys are better connected to this world, but there is a sketch comedy, improv comedy world where someone could do a beautiful line for line redo of this in front of an audience that would absolutely kill.
Yes, I believe so.
Just with the right like wink and nod and like slight knowledge of how absurd all of this is, because then we get Quigley's like talking about God, because of course he is. We're 3 minutes in,
yes,
and we're already talking about God, and it starts to slowly zoom into his face as he's talking about God, and his face starts to look like an AI generated image.
Yeah.
Like, it is so uncomfortable how close you are.
There's so
to
much
it.
uncanny valley that I'm like, are we sure Christians made this, or were they aliens?
Yeah.
It's like sugar water.
In the darkest corners of the internet, a nameless, formless entity has been growing. No one dares question where it was created or what it wants, but those who have been entranced by its musings chant its blood-curdling name in unison. Horror Movie Night!
Find Horror Movie Night on your favorite podcasting app or at hmnpodcast.com.
The way he stares into the camera for every line is, I hate it.
Dead-eyed.
Mm-hmm.
Dead-eyed. No soul behind any of his like. And here's the thing. I get what he's trying to do, right? Like, I love Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers had a certain skill set that literally only Mr. Rogers could pull off.
Yes,
which is
I agree
like
with that.
he could monologue to a camera about something and keep a child's attention doing it.
I feel like
Quigley
Jimmy
ain't got it.
Carter. I feel like Jimmy Carter was probably good at this too.
Yeah,
I think they have same vibes.
Yeah.
Either way, Quigley not skilled in it.
No, I feel
At
like
all.
they told him like pretend that the camera is not your friend but your enemy.
Yeah.
and it's
Be
a
mad
child.
at the camera.
Yeah,
Well, and that's like going further down the Mr. Rogers of it all. Like, it's not a secret that Fred Rogers was a pastor. Like, he grew up in the church. He was extremely religious. But he would write these songs that were like so simple and to the point, and they were like completely religionless, but you could get what his belief structure was through the lyrics. But it was something simple as just like, I like you just how you are.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, it was these simple. Instead, we get Quigley staring at us singing the "I Trust You" song,
the
and I was
responsibility
just
song.
I was like, what is happening?
This
It's
felt
like the
like they
opposite
should have been-
message.
Yeah,
It felt like they should have been talking about taxes, you know.
Yes.
but- like it felt like they were like really trying to hone in on like, hey, you're an American now. You've got responsibilities.
Well, and I'm not going to lie. I know that last week we did an MXPX episode, but every time that they said responsibility in my head, I said, what's that? Like it's just like, there's literally a better Christian song about responsibility than anything that's in this episode called Responsibility.
I mean, because Mr. Rogers at least had like early childhood education knowledge. This literally felt like they wanted you, the viewer, to pick a switch.
Yep.
Well, and I said this before I'd even watched it, and I was, I guess, not surprised, but I was impressed by how correct this was. I called it puppet propaganda.
Yeah.
And like, man, those are the two words to sum up what this is. It's like,
yeah.
More than McGee and Me or VeggieTales, this is so propaganda.
It absolutely
vibes.
is. It has nothing else to offer. It was the little things that I kept like wondering at. Like, why does he keep his parrot on the fucking porch? It's cold there. It's a tropical bird.
Imprisoned. I said one of my notes, that bird is imprisoned.
Yeah.
he can't.
No
get
wonder
out.
that bird fucking flies the coop as soon as he's let free to deliver some soup.
And you know, I've seen Monty Python, so I know how much sparrows or swallows can hold. They can't hold a goddamn bowl of soup. Way too much for this fucking bird. Oh,
in a giant picnic basket.
Yep.
And what is Quigley doing? Is he so busy? What is his life? I don't. Oh, I hate it.
His life is admonishing children.
Listen, if we all could, we would.
That is a good point. It's the best part of parenting. So
the other thing, this is the last big comparison I'm going to go with Mr. Rogers here, but it's a real ballsy move to name your tiger Danny when there's already a Daniel Tiger in the world.
Right. 8990, yeah.
Yeah. As soon as I said Danny, I'm like, Daniel Tiger definitively existed by this point.
Yes.
And definitively continued to exist beyond that show,
Yes.
and like has his own show called Daniel Tiger now.
Well, imagine if Bugs Bunny was called Mick the Mouse, you know?
Exactly. Like, it's just like, oh, you're not even trying.
I think I wrote set deck got shafted for the Lion Cubs room too, because it was just like two like foam walls and a couple of puppets.
Yeah, and the obvious vertical bed.
Yep.
And then Molly shows up again, because why does everybody have regular interactions like this with for $1 billion I couldn't tell you anything about my male person.
Nothing.
Like,
I couldn't pick them out of a lineup, even if they were wearing a male person costume. I mean, I don't know.
Well, a yellow one or a blue one, Nate. It depends.
I look for the crayons.
That's the thing. I have my next note is the lesbian male woman still has inexplicable crayons, and she will not face away from the camera.
She will not. We've seen her weird mom khakis. You know, we know what they look like behind.
But Molly's who sets the plot of this episode in motion because
Plot heavy air quotes.
Danny and his friends want to get this spaceship toy set to go with the rest of their toys, which I did note this in your notes, Katie, and I feel like you had an element of confusion that I maybe would have had 9 months ago, but now that I live with children, totally makes sense, which is that they will just talk to you nonstop about the one toy that they really, really want.
That's true.
You're just like, and it does what? And it's like, it just kind of sits there, but I really, really want it.
Yeah.
I think I zoned out because my next
You're like,
note,
why are they trying to buy a spaceship?
I was like, what? I must have zoned out. Why is there a spaceship in this Christian show now? And then I also put, Dear Nate, what kind of Coke show is this?
It was literally just anything. Throw it against the wall. Let's see if it.
Listen,
let's see.
All joking aside, I love the balls of doing what seemed to be a 3-minute scene with just a static shot of a cardboard spaceship cutout and puppets' heads popping through the windows, just acting like things were happening around them. Like,
and also arms, like they full on showed the puppet arm people, and I was like, wait a minute, like you just destroyed any illusion that these puppets are like real tangible characters.
Dear God.
I did write in my notes, though, this was about 6 years before Smashing Pumpkins redid that Rocket to the Moon. So they do have that going for them.
Yeah, they were ahead of Billy Corgan on this shot. But Danny is explaining to Molly, they give you really nothing about the letter. He's just like, my mom said I need to give you this letter. And she goes, ooh, and this is an important letter. It'd be really
How does she know?
upsetting
Because it's fucking open.
She's literally reading it. She's like, let me read this letter before I take it. But
Crayons
he's like,
are maybe for her to like light like with a match or something underneath and
Seal
then
it back.
seal it back. Like, maybe that's what the crayons are for.
Like some Game of Thrones wax.
But yeah, then she's the one that's like, well, if you really wanted that toy, you could maybe do a lemonade stand and use that money to raise it for the toy. And he literally says, yeah, lemonade, make all that money, and then runs off, which is an amazing line of dialogue. But the other part that I was loving about this episode is this must be the most boring village of all time, because the talk of the town is that Quigley has a new lemonade pitcher. Like 3 different people mention it, and then and then the monkey puppet goes to ask if he can borrow it, but like before he even says anything, he's like, "Oh, I want to do a lemonade stand." He's like, "Oh, I hear you've heard about my new lemonade pitcher."
Yep.
Like,
My God.
That's
And
clearly
what-
glass.
Yeah. Why?
There's no world. Barb's oldest son is about to turn 10, and I still would not give him a glass lemonade pitcher for a lemonade stand.
My kids are 17 and 14, and I still don't give them glass. Okay.
Just when like the puppet grabbed it with 2 hands, I was like, well, that shit's breaking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
oh my
ooh,
God,
that's not foreshadowing.
My favorite part was the first like 16 minutes of this ran with no commercials for me. And then like they do the lemonade stand and they're like, "Oh, let's move the table." And in my head I'm like, "Oh no, that thing's going to smash." And then they cut to commercial and I'm like, "Oh, building the
God.
tension for Matt
Oh
Kelly."
my God. Real
I gotta
Mr.
say-
Burns gets shot energy.
Then the other
It's one of those things though that I'm like, YouTube, you guys, like, we should really schedule where ads go, because like there are some cuts that I was like, ooh, I don't know what was more jarring, this show or that ad.
Yeah, that mid-sentence cutoff.
Backing up just a bit, I would like to point out there was one naked creature on this entire show, and it was that monkey. The monkey was naked.
Yes,
Every
never had
other
clothes.
puppet had clothes. I don't know why
That-
the monkey got to be naked.
That monkey, I feel like, came off like the heroin streets. Like that monkey had some issues. That was a garbage bin monkey. That poor puppet.
Oh yeah, it was terrible.
Listen, I think we can all agree that the bop of the entire episode is the lemonade stand song.
I mean, we could agree, except for the one all caps note I have is these songs are torture, and I
Yeah.
put
They were-
Lemonade Song.
The whitest blues number of all time.
Oh, well, that's later. We'll get to the white blues number because there is a lyric that bothered me to no end in that
Oh,
song.
I can't wait to talk about it. That
But
was
that
was the high point.
Lemonade song, I'm like, fuck, this song is catchy. It's like lemonade, lemonade, drink some when you're in the shade. I'm like, oh fuck, this is gonna be in my brain forever now.
I think this is when I turned. This is when I turned, and I got angry at this show because I was like, oh god, these songs are torture. So I don't even know if I will have any reference point for the future song because I think I quickly stopped the show not long after this because it was like minute 18, and I was like, I can't do this.
No, it reminded me like when you're doing musical improv,
Hmm.
90% of the time it's fine. But then you get 10% where you're done with the song, but the music director isn't, and they keep playing. And so now you have to make up another verse and you have to do another chorus, and it's like another
Gotta
7
find
minutes
that
of-
rhyme. Yeah.
Oh, that's what it felt like. It really felt like we were just in songwriting mode and they just never stopped.
Yep.
So now we go to Dexter's house, which is where the soup was supposed to go. And in one of the most baffling decisions that I don't know what it was supposed to achieve, Dexter's feet are sticking out
Yes.
of the bed,
Yes.
predominantly in the camera, and it's strictly for Quigley to go, ooh, better cover these up, and
So-
throws the
So
plate.
I have an actual thought about this. I think that Quigley is setting himself up to be Jesus-like, because Jesus used to wash the feet of people when he'd go into their houses. I think it was, because it was so deliberate. I'm like, this has to be a reference to Jesus washing the feet, and I think that's my headcanon.
I think you're right, because one of the thoughts that I was having throughout this is like, this is a world that didn't have art and culture introduced to it, just the Bible. And
Yeah.
I think you're totally right. In that, I am curious how you saw this as a kid. Like, just, I mean, even the clips and things that you saw.
Honestly, it says when you're that age and you're so indoctrinated, it's like, well, okay, yeah, he's sick. Yeah, you should cover those feet. You don't
Yeah.
think about it on a deeper level until
True.
you're, 45 and watching it for a comedy show.
It's and like the Dexter of it all is literally just to have something to yell at the bird about. Like,
Yes.
the character has no other
None.
importance.
No
in this
scenes. The other
story.
human in the show has one scene. He's sick, and that's the last we see of
No.
him.
There's 4 humans. There's Quigley. There's Molly, the male girl. There's the female doctor who calls Dexter to make sure that he took his medication.
Forgot.
Right.
And there's Dexter.
And Dexter was definitely like really trying to get that SAG card, and
Oh,
was
yeah.
not getting it in this production.
So we go back to the puppet friends at this point, and they're like, we have the money to buy the spaceship that we want to buy, but we broke this pitcher, and we have to decide if we want to put the money towards fixing the pitcher or try to buy a new pitcher or try to fix this one so that we can still buy the spaceship.
Yep.
And this glue job that they present to us
It
is
was-
horrendous.
It was incredible. It was like a melted popsicle.
Yeah.
Well, like, and also they have them picking up the shards of glass, like with
Yeah,
their puppety
terrible
hands.
lesson.
An incredibly bad lesson. Like, I was like, are they going to kill everyone now? I
Yep.
think I even said, oh, I think they're going to kill all the critics just so that they can keep this show going.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, Trundle got shit-faced because he just looks like he's been through a bender.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. Oh my God. The one chance they have to give an actual lesson, and they fucking fumbled it completely.
I'm going to push back that there is one somewhat good lesson in the Matt Kelly looking at things glass half full, but we're not there just yet because
Okay.
we have to get to this blues song,
Oh,
right?
I would like to
This-
say before we move on too far, did you see Dexter's wall behind his head? What was on it?
No.
There were just 3 random hats.
Yes,
Just
Oh, I
3
did see
snapback
that, yeah.
hats.
yes. And again, I think that goes back to my set tech got shafted with their budget.
Also, not sure how old Dexter is supposed to be.
No, he could have been 7 or 95. I don't know.
Like, I don't know what the age of that character is supposed to be.
The fact
I
that he
thought
had
the
both-
snapback hats were supposed to give you like, oh, this is a child that's sick
Yes,
right
and,
now.
and yeah, Katie, the way he's holding the blanket.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
it's very
got
childlike.
double hands. He's got like, you remember when you were like in like middle school or whatever, and you did like the creepy Bob thing where it was just like you
Yes.
did the like little bump, 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 and then the head and the bump, 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 and it's like
Yep.
over a fence. That is
Yep.
exactly what he was doing. Like he
Yeah,
was the
it's-
creepy Bob head.
With the toes sticking out.
We'll have to watch episode 2, Katie, and then maybe we'll get more information.
Maybe
on
this
Dexter.
was really
You
just
kids
for
have
them
fun
to
with
get to Quentin Tarantino. They were just like, hey, more
Yeah.
feet shots. Quentin's gonna pick this up.
Yeah. 10 years from now, there's going to be a director who's really into this shot.
Right.
So the lyric that I wrote down for the blues song that I was floored by, and I can't believe I'm about to say this phrase, but it was in the bridge of the song.
Okay.
The fact that this has a bridge is crazy.
I must have stopped at this point.
But it gets real Jesus-y, and he says, I could do what's wrong or I could do what's right, but I can't hide it from Jesus because Jesus is the light. And
Ugh.
that's when he decides to go forward. I was like, A, don't like that lyric because I don't like the can't hide from Jesus part. That's creepy.
Mhm.
B, just clunky delivery. Can't hide from Jesus because Jesus is the light. What the hell?
I would like
Those
to point out that would
don't
be
seem to mean anything.
that would be kind of an awesome Creed lyric.
Listen, if Scott Stapp sang it, it would be way better. But unfortunately, he's not here. All right, so my glass half full situation here is when Quigley's talking to the bird,
Uh-huh.
and the bird's like, basically like, I fucked up. You're never going to trust me ever again. I don't think it's a bad lesson to teach kids where Quigley's basically just like, look, you're going to mess up. And the only thing you can do is keep trying better. But like people are going to, no one's going to expect you to nail it the first time.
Yeah.
I'm like, great lesson. He's like,
That is a good
it's
lesson.
kind of like what happened with Moses. And I'm like, you've lost me, Quigley. I don't know how Moses
Dipped out.
connects to responsibility and trust.
I love
but-
that we went from like hardcore messaging of the New Testament and then just switched it up to OT. Like
And the fact that he throws out because Moses had to wander the desert, like, no, that's like real generational trauma for every Jewish person I've ever met. This is
Yes.
part of their story. You don't just, and then he wandered the desert for 40 years.
He just chilled around he said wandered the desert raising sheep.
What?
What Bible was that in?
Oh my God. What does he think sheep live off of?
off of the desert, Nate, clearly.
Oh, my bad. He's Kwisatz Haderach. Okay.
Like Jesus fucking Christ. This is the I think that I was thinking about this as I was setting up our graphics for the most recent episode that we put out, which was the cross and the switchblade.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this is the cringiest thing we've talked about so far.
So
Like,
I wanted so bad for a smash cut parrots in the desert. I
Yeah.
wanted that so bad.
Oh my god. And then another
this
song.
thing is
Yes.
and then we get yet another song. I was tapped out at this point. It's just another song about responsibility.
Yeah.
They did have a reoccurring, I don't even want to call it a joke because it wasn't funny, but I do love that the porcupine just constantly is explaining that they have $1.29.
Why does the porcupine have a why does she have an old whore's accent?
Because everyone
Katie,
comes
you
off
had
the
you
heroin
had
streets.
something you had something in your notes that I think this is the prime time to talk about, but the voices of these puppets are all over the place.
They really
I have a theory. I think one person did all the voices. That's why you're getting to the porcupine. Why we only have 129? Yeah, I think that's what's happening.
someone was really developing their reel. But
Yes.
I did have a note that said, Nate, did you do the voices for this, specifically the bird? Because I was like, this feels like a Nate voice, and I'm like, ooh, I wonder if this had some influence.
It's, casual listeners, she means it had 10% effort.
No, that is not at all what I mean. But it was so funny. Like, yeah, everything was so bonkers, and it felt like everyone who was trying to get on Sesame Street started making
Yeah.
puppets, and then we're like,
no.
Which, like, you know what? This is the gentlest compliment I could give. These puppets could be like way worse than they actually are. Like they're not good, but I've seen, as a man who's watched a lot of low budget horror movies, I have seen some abysmal.
That's a
puppets.
really good point.
Like,
Black sheep, right?
So continuing with my improv correlation here, getting back to what Katie said, this is like people who wanted to be on Sesame Street. This is like watching that independent group across the street at the weird bar from UCB, you know? That's just the people who really want to be on stage.
Yep.
They're giving it their best.
Giving it their all. And if you mean across the street and you mean Scientology, yes.
Finally. Oh, now we can get
Now we can get into it.
You know that when I did briefly live in LA for 6 months, it was at the apartment next to the Scientology building across from the UCB theater.
That's
Oh,
right.
wow.
That's right.
Wow.
It was a weird experience. It was already a weird experience living in LA with the Scientology Celebrity Center as my next door neighbor was a real special time.
Oof. So about this point on the episode, I started really paying attention to like the other things. Did you all notice the computer graphic wipes between each scene? We would have a cool little 80s like a little bar that would wipe Star Wars wipe. We had a couple like Star Wars pinpoint wipes. It was actually,
oh my gosh, I didn't realize that, but yeah.
I really enjoyed it. Yeah. The transitions were it was like somebody who just found PowerPoint in 1997. It was very, very fun.
Yeah, it totally gave that impression.
Well, we finish our lessons, and then because it's the best song in the episode, we end with the reprise of the Lemonade song from earlier in the episode.
It just makes you wonder, like, how devoid of, like, you know, people really wanting to make good content this production was. Like, it just felt like every decision was, fuck it, we'll fix it later, you know.
Yeah, fix it in post was like the other name of this show. Like, well, Nate, you have definitely brought us. You may have only scored an 85% on the cringe questionnaire, but you brought us the cringiest thing we've watched thus far for this podcast.
This was complete cringe, and I know you were just referencing the Cross and the Switchblade. I'm realizing now that, like, at the end of our year, we're gonna have to do like a top 10 cringy vote.
Oh, for sure.
Of what we've been presented.
I think this has staying power. I will say I was watching this, I believe it was Saturday morning. I was in bed with my partner and she was like, she was like, why are we watching this? I explained the whole thing to her. We get to the very end and that song, I remembered it word for word. I sang it with the puppets. So that's a core memory for old Nate right there.
No, my partner was sleeping when I started watching this, and he woke up in the middle of the Limited, and he just he like with his eyes still closed, he just goes, "What the fuck is this?"
You know what? It's the right question to ask. It's a fair question.
It is. He's a good partner too. He stayed. So.
I mean, he stayed sleeping. He was just like, "Is this for Christian cringe?" And I said, "Yes, it is." And he went back to sleep.
Amazing.
Listeners, if you're enjoying the insanity that is this episode, now's the perfect time to tell you all about Internet Supreme Court. Nate, how about you, since they hear our voices all the time, tell them a little bit about Internet Supreme Court before we wrap up.
Yeah, so myself, Katie, Matt, we're all three part of a 4-person Internet Supreme Court with Robert Bacon, who is also heavy on this channel. And we judicate the internet for the most part, right? We bring memes, we bring things that have happened during the week, and we give it a guilty or a not guilty. It's very fun. You learn something, and you can see me dressed like a 19th century Victorian ghost.
Yes. That's the biggest reason to come.
It really is. And hopefully you'll be seeing some really great clips of that all online.
Yeah.
So please share them.
Yeah,
Bacon's doing
Bacon's
an
an
amazing job
editing
getting that
machine
content
right
out.
now.
Bacon's
Yeah.
great at that.
Dude,
stuff.
it was doing 91 Donkey Lane was so easy with him. I got so much credit, and like all I did was talk. It was great.
I remember that like after I got done with 91 Donkey Lane, I told Matt, I was like, that was just like the best time ever. And then the cartoon stuff came out, and I was like, they animated my stupid characters. I was like, what? These guys are amazing. How are they not more famous?
He animated.
I know. And then you were like, yeah, I don't do shit.
No, man, he's so freaking talented. It's
So
annoying.
It's both annoying because it makes you feel bad that you're not on that level, but it's also annoying where it's like, how is this man not more famous for how like
Listen,
insanely talented he is?
Seriously though, and so funny to begin with. And like the baseline of funny, and then knowing how to edit so well and also like animate. It honestly brings out the competitive side in me where I'm like, I need to do better at my presentations.
I have a theory about now. This is the Bacon podcast. I have a theory. Hollywood has Vince Vaughn and Tim Robbins. They don't need any more tall guys.
That's true.
Do you know how Internet Supreme Court kind of got started? We would sit on our back porch at Old Donkey Lane, imbibing of Massachusetts cigarettes, and we both had girlfriends at the time, and we would talk like we were in a courtroom just to kind of annoy them. Then we started watching shows with a friend of ours on PS5 because I moved to Texas, Bacon, so we would watch these shows, and a running courtroom gag just became kind of how we communicated. So it was all of it. I want to treat you like a badger, permission to approach your bench. I want to see where all that shit. So it kind of evolved into what we have now. It's just us just dicking around with each other to annoy our girlfriends.
I love it.
/ now my husband.
Well, everyone tune in Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard, Internet Supreme Court. We have a YouTube channel, we have Geekscape TV, and there's also just internetsupremecourt.com.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't want to miss out on any of that. Nate, obviously, you're more than welcome to come back for anything. Maybe not more Quigley's Village. But
I'm waiting for that Creed episode. You're scraping the air. I'm here.
I'm going to love and hate every time you're on the show.
Remember when James Cameron nearly directed a Spider-Man movie?
What about when we almost got Batman Year One with Joaquin Phoenix?
Or David Goyer's Flash movie that would have starred Ryan Reynolds?
Well, if you want to learn about all the unmade superhero movies, then check out Superhero Stuff You Should Know.
Hosted by Ben Wan and Alex Ramsey, every month we cover nostalgic superhero movies with deep dives into unmade scripts, early drafts, deleted scenes, alternate cuts, concept art, novelizations, and tie-in novels.
We also interview the people involved in making the superhero films of our childhood, with our past guests including superhero actors, directors, screenwriters, and concept artists.
So remember, that's Superhero Stuff You Should Know, or Superhero SYSK on social media. Check us out on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts.
You're listening to the Geekscape Network.